You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about Michael Oher, of course, The Blind Side, and the Tuohy family, because some very disturbing allegations are coming out about Michael Oher and the fact that he has been trying to extort the Tuohy family, and it looks like for quite a bit of money. Keep in mind, this guy was drafted in the first round of the NFL draft. I believe last time I checked, he potentially made somewhere in the neighborhood of about $32 million, but he claimed that the Tuohy family used him for financial gain. Now, anytime I've had to do one of these videos, I always remind anybody, the Tuohy family had a franchise restaurant empire. KFC, Taco Bell, they had built an empire, 115 of these restaurants. They were valued at $213 million. I don't think they needed anything from Michael Oher, and they certainly didn't need the $138,000 that they all each got, including Michael Oher, exactly the same amount from that freaking Blind Side movie, that book, anything. And of course, we found out from the biographer that they all got the same amount of money. Well, some different things have happened. Number one, they no longer have him on their website or anything involving him or refer to him as their son. That happened last week. And then this just dropped. And this makes Michael Oher look worse than he already did. And he was already looking pretty bad in all this. The Tuohy family, and this is the Daily Mail, the Tuohy family says Michael Oher extorted them and claim he demanded $15 million in royalties from The Blind Side and threatened to go to the media if they didn't pay him. Nobody made that kind of money off that movie. I mean, it's kind of weird, but why would they give you $15 million when there was not nearly that much money made to them, and they proved in the documents how much they got, but yet he still threatened them with what looks like extortion. The prolonged legal battle between former NFL offensive lineman Michael Oher and the Tuohy family took another turn when documents allege Oher attempted to extort the Tuohys. Oher's story was documented in the novel-turned-movie The Blind Side, but he alleges the family at the center of it pocketed his portion of the royalty checks. Documents filed by the Tuohys, obtained by TMZ, said that Oher demanded $15 million in unpaid royalties from them and said he would defame them on social media and or TMZ as, quote, fakes and thieves if he wasn't paid. Those documents included multiple text messages sent by Oher alleging he was robbed of $50 million plus dollars. That's nuts. I mean, the director of the movie didn't even make anything close to that. Before lowering his final offer to $10 million, Oher wrote in another text, if something isn't resolved by this Friday, I'm going to go ahead and tell the world how I was robbed of my supposed to be sick parents. That's the deadline. Think how it will look when it comes out. He's very obviously, if he really sent these messages, he's very obviously threatening them, threatening to drown them in public. And, I mean, I kind of thought that's what he had already been doing, frankly. I don't know where he's coming up with these monetary values. After, it sounds like he's just making them up. And just to be quite real, I think he's very aware that the family itself is very well off. Okay? No thanks to him. He's very aware of how much money they've got. After initially rejecting the $10 million demand, Oher responded and said it was $10 million. Now I want $15 million after taxes. Documents filed by the Tuohys claim they and Oher were all paid identical sums of $138,309.90. The Tuohys say they feel as if Oher is their son despite his vindictive and unfounded legal and reputational crusade against them. The family never legally adopted Oher, despite claiming in the book that they did. Last week, the couple officially removed all references to Oher being their adopted son from their website, as well as any public speaking materials they had. Oher and the Tuohys entered into a conservative ship agreement back in 2004 when he was 18 years old. A Shelby County, Tennessee judge ended the conservatorship in the fall, but the fight over money from the film and Oher's story is an ongoing process. Oher claims the Tuohys have used his name, image, and likeness to enrich themselves and kept him in the dark about the financial dealings related to him and his story. Oher had previously asked the judge bar the Tuohys from using his name, image, and likeness to make money. Well, that's what we were talking about right here. This is Fox News back in August. The Blindside Tuohy family business empire. Again, I don't know why he thinks they needed him to make any real money. They've got plenty of it. Sean Tuohy ran many fast food franchises, a business that consisted of 115 Taco Bell, KFC, and combined restaurants. The Franchise Times reported he also reportedly had a handful of Freddy's. In 2019, he and his family received $213 million through multiple deals to offload most of those restaurants, according to the outlet. The divestment, which came many years after he started franchising, also included a sale of 55 pieces of real estate. He didn't part with all of his franchises, however, holding on to nearly a dozen Florida Taco Bell locations. And he goes on to talk about the ticket sales of The Blind Side worldwide were only $309 million for the movie. So I still wonder exactly what he thinks he's doing and where he's come up with these figures from. You know, they certainly did not need him to make a fortune. I mean, they essentially made about 8 times what he made in his NFL career off those restaurants. It makes no sense whatsoever. It sounds like he's just trying to, slander this couple that, and Jason Whitlock pointed this out a while back about this whole situation. This whole situation is certainly going to make anybody think long and hard going forward before they reach out to somebody that's less fortunate and try to help them out. Keep in mind, they got him involved with the University of Mississippi, which in turn led him into an NFL career. I think he won a Super Bowl with the Ravens, if I'm not losing my mind right now. I'm almost certain of it. Well, how many personal appearances and fees do you get out of that? Because once you become a Super Bowl champion, I mean, it is sports con show, trade show, yada, 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 for $5,000 and $10,000 a weekend to show up and sign autographs all day long. It's all been shady from his side from the very beginning. Make no mistake. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.